great ideas are electrifying. Whenever I get a new idea, I'm usually so excited that I plunge forward without weighing the potential downfalls. They say this is a trait lots of entrepreneurs share. I prefer to call it delusional optimism. Over the years, I've had a lot of ideas that seemed great until I was actually doing them. Jumping out of an airplane seemed like a great idea until the hangar door opened and I was strapped to a man named Ray. Hiking to Machu Picchu seemed like a great idea until I realized that hiking 4,000 feet above sea level feels like having a gorilla on your back while he squeezes your chest. Once I thought working as a sign spinner for a day would be fun, only to realize it wasn't 4 hours into my shift when I was melting on a hot sidewalk in the middle of June. And then there was the time that I decided to go on 31 dates 2 months before my 31st birthday to raise money for charity, in addition to trying to find the one. Yes, it was a creative strategy, but not necessarily the sanest approach to dating. I grossly underestimated how exhausting it would be to go on dates with strangers every other night for 2 months. But in the end, I survived, and I raised $1,000 for domestic violence shelter. I have had ideas that defy logic. I have had ideas that have never made it to fruition, and I have had more ideas fail than I'd like to admit. But the important thing about ideas is that you explore them and see them through, because you never know what you might learn in the process. Skydiving taught me that I have the guts to face my fears. Hiking to Machu Picchu taught me that I had perseverance to overcome obstacles. Working as a sign spinner taught me that I have what it takes to hustle. And going on 31 dates taught me that when you put yourself out there, the rewards often outweigh the risk. I still remember when I got the idea to go on 31 dates. I knew I needed supporters to make the fundraiser a success. And while some people wrote it off as an insane publicity stunt, others thought it was a creative strategy for fundraising. Any idea you have will likely be met by naysayers, supporters, or those who will support you while offering constructive criticism. I've found the latter to be the most valuable. And for anyone starting a new endeavor, you know the most important thing that you can have is human capital. Human capital is the skills, knowledge, and talent of an entire group of people. And it's this resource that can help advance the goals that we all share. And if I could go anywhere back in time, I would go to 27 Rue de Flores, the home of writer Gertrude Stein in Paris, France. In the early 1900s, it was common to find American authors and artists gathered together to share philosophy, critique each other's work, and find camaraderie with like-minded visionaries. An invitation to Stein's salon was a sought-after affair, and she became a mentor to many of her guests. Stein's salon produced some of the greatest innovators of the 20th century, including F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, Sinclair Lewis, and Pablo Picasso. So who are the greatest minds of our community, and how do we bring them together? My vision is to create a modern-day salon that supports creative entrepreneurs. I believe that the greatest changes happen when everyone is gathered at the table. So why not start with dinner parties, where innovators can connect and share ideas? Because if I've learned anything, it's that one idea often paves the way for another. One success often creates a bigger success. And one supported idea has the ability to create change where we need it the most.